Well, hey folks, Relaunch Supertron Ritlin. This is Rapid Fire episode 62. To every single wrestling fan, by the way, this is a small segment of them, but to every single wrestling fan that can't be happy for their favorite wrestler being in a relationship because they aren't that other person, they aren't the person they're dating, fuck all you. Plain and simple. There's nothing wrong with wanting the best from your favorite or for your favorites. There's nothing wrong with wanting your favorite wrestler to be happy, to be thrilled, to be, with somebody that can make them the damn happiest in the world. Nothing fucking wrong with that at all. But no, some people can't. It can't just be that way. They got to be like, oh, why aren't you dating me? Why won't you date me? Why? That's what they fucking sound like. They sound like stupid, brainstem lacking, worthless fucks. Now, a lot of them haven't even hit fucking puberty yet, and they're too damn stupid to know. Sorry. There are people that probably shouldn't have Twitter, Facebook, or any kind of social media. Those that get too wrapped up in the fact and can't recognize the fact that there's a wrestler and a wrestling character and a person behind that. And that the person behind that deserves happiness. There are people that rail against Sonya Deville because Sonya and Zara Schreiber, sorry if I got that last name wrong. And I've ranted about that before because there were people that exclaimed them because they're in a lesbian relationship. Who the fuck cares if they're happy? Who cares? You can't accept the fact that two women or two guys love each other. That's your goddamn problem. I can only imagine the mentions that Darren Young had to deal with, now former WWE superstar Darren Young. I can only imagine the shit he had to deal with after coming out as gay. And then Sonya, I see the stuff about Sonya, who is a beautiful woman, by the way, and is a great spokesperson for the LGBT community. I think it's LGBTQ community. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or correct me on Twitter. I just say LGBT because it's easier. It rolls off the tongue a little bit. Yes, pun not much intended, though I can understand why people would take that dirty. I'm going to move on from this, but the whole point, Sonya is a beautiful woman. She is. She's freaking captivating and legit tough and has a great look and is a great spokesperson for, LGBT people because she's actually getting to live her dream and say, hey, I can do this, you can do this. Now, there are plenty of people that are, in the LGBT community that won't get to attain that level of success, but that doesn't mean they can't attain levels of success outside of wrestling and in other avenues and stuff like that and make a difference, and that's what it's all about. But no, there are people that are slamming Sonya anywhere from, wait, well, why are you with her? She tweeted Nazi pictures and stuff like that on her Instagram, which she did, which I got upset about when that stuff got leaked. And that was in 2015, in reference to Zara. I came to grips with that and realized, okay, you know what? If I talk about how I changed, how I used to be racist and homophobic and stuff like that, if I talked about how I changed, and I did a rant about that in my assorted playlist, you can check that out if you want, or ask me on Twitter and I'll send it to you. If I can change from how I was as a youth, then I have to start recognizing that there are people, when they say stupid shit when they're younger, that they can change. Whether they're called out, where they get educated, that kind of stuff, and realize that they made a mistake. I have to recognize that people can change and have to be a little less harsh when it comes to that stuff. There are people that I have talked to, not just about wrestling, but about other things, politics too, and sports and other stuff and whatever, and how they view people. And a lot of people have changed, and change is tough because some people have stuff so much ingrained in their head and in their system and in their very psyche and in their very soul, they don't want to change, myself included. It took me years to get that stain off of me. But the reason I'm mainly doing this video is, why does it matter what wrestler is dating who? Unless it's a Paige, Alberto El Patron, Alberto Del Rio situation, where they're clearly toxic for each other and it was never going to end well. And oh yeah, by the way, the people that said that, oh, well, why are you judging them? You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know anything. Yeah, you guys in the comments, by the way, which I don't know if any of you are even watching, I was right. And I didn't want to be right. I wanted to be wrong about that. I wanted the relationship to work, but it wasn't going to fucking work. And it didn't work. Whether it was her fault, his fault, whatever. The bottom line is it didn't fucking work. It was not good for either of them. In that situation, yes, we as fans should say, hey, wait, you shouldn't be with this person. They're toxic for you. But that's a very rare thing. There are people that get upset at Renee Young or Dean Ambrose or both. People that used to be Dean Ambrose fans or used to be Renee Young fans that get all upset. And that's one of the main ones I'm including. They get assaulted on social media. I mean, I don't think Dean has social media because he doesn't like it. Imagine why, given how stupid some of his fans are. The Shield fangirls, which, by the way, the Shield was NWO 2000. That's all they fucking were. They were a great trio for their time. And I know that makes it sound old. They were a great trio for their time. They weren't one of the all-time great factions. They weren't one of the all-time great trios. That's it. You don't fucking like it, too bad. Doesn't mean that the performers themselves weren't good together. But let's not blow them up like they were Hogan, Hall, and Nash. And that's how much they changed wrestling. They're three big stars. Yeah, I'm putting Roman in with that because he is a big star, even if maybe he doesn't always show it on the mic. But Shield wasn't all that great. People need to realize that. Anyway, Renee and Dean, oh, well, why are you with him? You should be with me, this kind of stuff. If they're happy together, who gives a fucking shit? Seriously, you all need to fucking grow up. There are wrestlers I don't care for at all. Current wrestlers, whether they're in WWE, whether they're in the NXT roster, whether they're in New Japan, this kind of stuff. If they're happy with somebody, good for them. As long as they are with somebody that helps influence them in a positive way and they influence that person in a positive way, it doesn't matter what I think because it is their life and it is somebody they want to fucking be with. But no, you brain dead fucking idiots have to feel that everything's got to be about you. Everything's got to be about me or whatever. It's like, oh, why is Roman with his wife? And, they're, I think, 3 kids. I think they have twins and a girl. I know he's got a girl for sure. Why? It's like, oh, what, why? It's like all this fanfic shit, Tumblr shit, by the way. Tumblr is one of the worst goddamn websites out there. It just is. It's a cesspool. Even though there's cool people on there. But, whole point. People that rail against Reigns' wife, I don't know her name, sorry, but if they're happy together, who cares? For as much as he puts his body through, and I ain't a fan of Roman Reigns, the character, the man who is out there earning money for his family, I will fully respect. I will fully respect that, and he is a great family man. So people need to stop with that shit. You want to rail on the character all you damn well want, go ahead. And by the way, stop wishing injury or death on wrestlers. Yeah, we get caught up in shit. There have been times that I've said stuff and said, oh God, they may be off TV. That would be such a shame. But in all honesty, it would be a shame because wrestlers, there's a short shelf life for every wrestler. They deserve to be able to earn money. They do. And if that money can be shared with somebody that they're happy with that isn't you, because I know that just makes you little bitches cry, then oh, too bad. They're happy. You want to be miserable because you have it in your sick little mind that you should be with this person? No. This person that probably doesn't even know you exist. And sorry, that's not to say you're insignificant. It's not. But it's 2 different paths of life. If wrestlers come across somebody, they're like, wait, it's like a deep connection. Great for them. Lana, Rusev, they're happy together. Oh no, let's rail against Rusev because he doesn't look like he could land a woman like Lana. Wait, that's what Vince thinks. That's why Vince is an idiot. Yes, that reason and nothing else. Not like giving Brock a whole bunch of money that he didn't earn. Sorry, he didn't earn it. But yeah, like going back to the Sonya Zara thing, that's ridiculous. There are just so many damn relationships. Like, I want you to take a look at this, okay? Bayley, it's not the best view of that shirt, but Bayley is pretty successful. Not creatively, unfortunately, because creative doesn't know what the fuck they could do with somebody that is marketable, that actually appeals to children, that actually could be a good spokesperson, a spokeswoman, or just spokesperson in general for kids. No, we don't know what to do with that, but anyway, that's another story for another day. I'll rant about the very old Bayley in another video at some point, I'm sure. Probably in another Times in Wrestling to Piss Me Off video that I may or may not have already recorded. I haven't recorded as of this video, by the way. But Bayley's husband, I think they're married, gets railed. His name's Aaron something. I don't know. They rail against him and oh this kind of stuff and oh this guy's a nobody and this kind of stuff. Actually, I think he's an independent wrestler. He might be employed by NXT, might be in the Performance Center. I'm not entirely certain on his role in the company if he's got one. But what would it matter what he does for a living if Bayley's happy with him and he's happy with her? You think it should fucking matter to you if they pay attention to you at all? No. You cannot judge their damn relationship. Unless stuff comes out, of course, where one's abusive towards the other. Then yeah, sure, by all means. But let people be happy. Natty and Tyson Kidd are happy together. I love Natty. You think I've tweeted at Natty that she should leave her husband? No. I love Asuka. I love Becky. You think I've done that kind of stuff? No. I don't think they're dating Natty's husband. That would be a little weird, but that being said, I think Becky's still dating somebody. Maybe. I don't know. I don't care. Because it's their life. Let the wrestlers' personal lives be personal. And part of the reason I started talking about this was Ruby Riot's Instagram post. Most recent one. Yes, shockingly, I have an Instagram. I don't know why. I've had one for about 3 years, and I still don't know why I have one. But Ruby Riot posted looking in a nice dress, looking beautiful, because Ruby Riot is beautiful. That much I'll say. It's my opinion, of course. There are plenty of people that find other women beautiful that I don't, and I don't judge them. Because why? If they appeal to you, who cares? But Ruby posted this thing, and she was with some guy in a nice suit-ish. He was like in nice dress clothes. And he was bearded, and it was like, I think they were going to, it was like a wedding date. Like some friend's wedding date or dinner or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I didn't read the full caption. The bottom line is I read and inferred enough that this is somebody she's with or somebody she's interested in and is interested in her. People are in the comments, oh, why is, cause she says she doesn't post much about personal life, and oh, what is it about this guy? Why would you find this guy appealing? You, or why aren't you with me, or why aren't you with somebody else? Wait, I thought you were a lesbian. That's another thing I want to tell you. First off, I don't really give a shit if it turns out that Ruby swings both ways or not. Good for her. Sorry if you have a problem with anybody, with a woman sleeping with a woman or a man sleeping with a man. You got deeper problems than just worrying about wrestling, buddy. You got big problems. Big problems that are all in your head. Trust me, somebody that used to be homophobic, there is something wrong with you. There is. There honestly is. You should not be homophobic. There is no damn reason to be. But so what if Ruby was a lesbian? Fuck cares? It's her life. That's the bottom line. It is the wrestlers' lives. You brain dead stupid fucks do not have any right to know anything about their personal lives, and when they put it out there, don't be dicks about it. Yeah, we get fired up about shit. I'll get fired up during Raw tomorrow, which, I mean, by the way, I am recording this Sunday, so it doesn't go up till Monday. That's why I'm saying that. I'll get fired up about Raw. I'll get fired up about SmackDown. I'll get fired up about TakeOver. I'll get really fired up about Money in the Bank, especially if they do what I think they're going to do, and I'll have my Money in the Bank predictions up at some point, probably sometime right after SmackDown. But the whole point is that if wrestlers are happy with somebody, if it's a tough life being a wrestler, being on the road and that kind of stuff. If they're happy with somebody, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter what the fans think or any of that stuff, as long as the relationship is healthy for them. And that person is healthy for them, and they are healthy for that person. If it is a mutual partnership where they are bringing out the best of each other, working on the worst of each other, and making sure they're, growing to be better people, then guess what? That's what life's all fucking about. If you can't accept that, if you can't accept that your favorites, especially if they're your favorites, that's the thing. If you can't accept that your favorites are all happy with somebody, you got big problems. You got really big fucking problems, and you shouldn't be on social media. Shouldn't be on social media at all. So that's why I don't respect a lot of people that act like that. And yeah, I'm going to throw out the fake wrestling fan thing, because that is being a fake fan. Not being happy for somebody because they're in a relationship. Again, unless it turns out to be a toxic situation, there is no reason. Hey, congratulations, good for you. Oh, you got married, you got engaged, congratulations, good for you. Oh, you had a kid, great. I saw what people said to Mike Kanellis and Maria Kanellis. And I'm like, you dumb fucks. Seriously. What the actual fuck business is it of yours? If they have kids, great. You know how many people wish they could have kids that can't? It's a tough world to raise a kid in. Good for them that they want to have a kid, that they're happy together, that they want to make that kind of commitment. Great for them. Let's not be fucking dicks about it. Let's have fun. Let's make jokes. You want to make dark humor jokes? Make dark humor jokes. I make plenty of dark humor jokes. But when it comes to wrestlers and relationships, be respectful. That's the bottom line. Be fucking respectful. Or get the fuck off social media, because guess what? The wrestling fan community, we don't want you. We don't need your kind here. We want to support the wrestlers, support the great matches they put on, support the fact that they are putting their lives and their bodies on the line, support the fact that they are earning a keep, they are earning money to whether be single, whether to start a family, whether to do this kind of stuff. If they want to share that kind of life with somebody and that person wants to share their life with them, good for them. Let's not be fucking dicks about it. Otherwise, all we're being are fake. We can't be fake people. We got to be real. We got to stand. We got to speak out, and support our favorites. And maybe help some of these fans realize that you shouldn't act like fucking idiots. Anyway, that's what I got to say. What do you guys say? Agree, disagree with what I said? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Twitter link in the description. It's been Real Honesty with John Ritlin. Rapid Fire episode 62. Stupid fucking fans. And I will see you soon.